can't stare down the barrel of a gun again. I don't know how I'm gonna have fun again. And this feels like I'm running from the lion now. This feels like I'm burning in a fire.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Figured I would cover this today for you because people run into this problem all the time and it can be quite expensive. And the topic of today is a battery. At some point, when I first got this bike, if you'll notice in the last few videos, if you want to go check them out, cheapest nightster in the USA, moto vlog, cracking and popping audio video. I just did that one because I suffered like most people did when they got a 5, 6, or 7 Hero GoPro. And I had popping on my audio from all the accessories I used to use on my Hero 4 that are, surprise, surprise, no longer good on the Hero 5, 6, and 7. That being said, in those videos, you can tell when I crank it up that it would be like, what that, and then it would start up. And I could tell that the battery was just a little low. For the time being, it was fine. It would start it up, but I had a feeling that it was going to cause issues because it really shouldn't sound that slow starting up or turning over. A lot of people online cover, you know, if it's on the compression ratio or the compression stroke that would cause that to happen. But I've been on a lot of Harleys and they just don't take that long to start up or they don't sound that dull. That being said, luckily I took it to the gas station the other day while I was doing the audio video for the cracking and popping, and it started up fine at Tom Thumb. Drove back here, and then I come out later that day to take off, and it just clicked when you went to start it. I tried it a few more times, and obviously it just went officially dead. Even like the mileage started flickering out, and even it went to the fact that it wouldn't even illuminate the gauge pod / speedometer, whatever you want to call it. That being said, today we are going to cover chrome batteries. I mean, it's a pretty cool graphic. This is the Pirate battery. Extra voltage for that long voyage. Sealed rechargeable battery. I mean, I'm not really sure what batteries you can get for a Harley that aren't rechargeable because 90% of people really want to get a battery tender for it, which I have on my bike. I even ran the battery tender pretty often on the bike when it was parked, hoping that it would like pick up some of the slack from the belayed startup issue, and it didn't fix it. I mean, I don't think the tender is supposed to recharge the battery. It's just supposed to keep it kind of topped off or keep it from drowning out over like a winter season or whatever. So that obviously didn't solve the problem, but today's video is the fact that I got this battery for $42, and this was the cheapest battery that I found online. And my thing was, I went to Walmart and nobody had the right size with the right terminals. Now they had one battery there that was the right size, which you can get the dimensions offline. I will read the dimensions off the box for you in a minute so you can have a dimension reference, because you really need that to make sure you get the right size. You don't really want one too small because then you're probably going to be anal about it not fitting in the battery pocket on the bike very well and being kind of bobo. So this battery is identical size. The one at Walmart that was the right size, the terminals were swapped, and you cannot buy a battery with the negative on this side and positive on that side. It just won't work. It'll be a nightmare trying to run your cables, or you will have to reroute them, and I don't even know if that's possible given where the ground is attached to on the bike. So this, obviously, the cheapest battery I could find, and I'm gonna go online and show you where I got it. It's relatively easy to find it. Came in this here chrome battery box. I believe Chrome Battery is the brand. I'm not sure if they drop ship these batteries or not, but it's a 14 pound 14 lb power sport battery. All right, so up in the Google search bar, give me a second, I'm gonna type it in real quick. All right, Harley Sportster battery, pretty simple. Hit the enter button, and it's like literally the first one that shows up over here, walmart.com, $42.65. There are ones that are cheaper. Like, you won't prove this video wrong with finding this, like, let's say batterysharks.com, $35.99. It's still not the cheapest, because anybody that's not Walmart or Amazon or eBay that are used to having affiliate marketers that traffic a lot of goods, they will pay they will have the marketing scheme where it's free shipping. So the free shipping is a big deal. So if you try to buy from Battery Sharks, they'll charge you like $12 to $20 to ship it, which is added on to the $35.99. Thus, it's not the cheapest if you think about the total tag and all that good stuff. So let's click on the Walmart link. Walmart. Now, this battery literally got here in like 2 days. It was not bad at all, and it was really good, especially given how long I had to wait versus how much it would have costed to buy this in town. Free delivery, $42.65 precisely. The dimensions are as follows. Height is 5.71 inches. That can be give or take, because even these measurements were like dead on, but I think they're measured off the top case, not the full battery. 5.71 inches high. The length is 5.91 inches, and the width is 3.43 inches. So that is the dimensions you're looking for to fit your battery slot. I already put that Pirate battery up next to and on top of my existing battery that I already had, and it is identical size, identical shape. Now, the reason why I ordered online is because I think we all know that Harley Davidson can charge quite a few doll hairs for any product you may need for your capitalized Harley accessories. I called Harley, and they do have them on trickle charge, which is cool because Walmart doesn't do that. I don't really know anywhere you'll go that they have your motorcycle battery on a trickle charge at that time ready to go. But a Harley battery from Harley was $135. Now, I'm the type of guy that if I have a bad battery in my car, I'll go to Walmart and buy a value power battery, and it's like $50 flat. And of course, you need your battery to return your old one so you don't get charged a core charge. And I think right now my local Walmart, it's like $12 for the core. So you'll pay $12 additional for the battery if you don't have your old battery to give them. That being said, I cannot pay $135 for a motorcycle battery. I don't care how many cold cranking amps they have in the Harley Davidson battery. If I'm going to pay $135, there better be basically no batteries available anywhere else, and the cold cranking amps better be like 400 plus, which is kind of unheard of. There's like one or two guys in the forums online that got an excessive battery, and they left a link for it that has like 400 cold cranking amps, and they're still a little above 100, but they're not 135. And people even refer to them turning their Harleys over like Gatling guns. Went to Advanced Auto Parts. They had batteries on the shelf that were like $125 or $115.99. Walmart did have some in stock, but again, the terminals were reversed, so I literally could not buy any battery from Walmart. But another thing is with the batteries from Walmart is they're fillables. So if you buy a battery from Walmart, 90% of the time it's going to be in a big box, going to have boxes of juice. And from what I've gathered online, the juice is basically just Epsom salt and distilled water. You mix it together, you heat it up to melt the Epsom salt, and then you have, I think, Epsom salt, and another short phrase is like sulfur nitrate or something like that. So ultimately, you'll have to fill the battery, then give it an initial 24-hour charge, and then you better have a battery charger to do that, or it's kind of defeating the purpose of buying the battery from Walmart. Now, there are some, like the one that had the reverse terminals, was already on the shelf, ready to go. Apparently did not need to be filled. I think it was even a sealed battery. That's how you can tell if it needs to be filled or not. It will be a sealed battery or an unsealed battery. So I just wanted to make this video to show everybody that there is a cheap battery out there. You know, for $40, you really can't beat it for the amount that Harley wants. I think I called O'Reilly's, and they were like $135 as well for a motorcycle battery. And I believe that was one that was ready to go, but they still recommended that I put an initial charge on it, which is why my Pirate battery was on charge. Now, keep in mind, they do state you can throw this in your bike and start it right up, but there's a decent bit of work putting it in and bolting all the cables back up, so you might as well give it an initial charge. I think I'm giving mine like 3 hours charge, and it's only been on charge for like 2 hours now, but it'd be healthier and a better and wiser investment to go ahead and throw some power on it just to make sure it is solid and good to go. Here in a minute, I will probably film putting the battery back in and starting up the bike so that you can see it's all hunky-dory. But since I can't ride right this moment because the battery is out of the bike and the Nightster kind of blocks the vet in the garage, I kind of like to get the Nightster fixed before I take off on the Corvette. So I just wanted to make a video. I got a phone call. I just want to make the video showing you that you can obtain a $40 battery, and here in a minute we'll go ahead and install the L battery. Here's the hardware. Alright, just got the ground on, had to use a spacer so the bolt wouldn't go in too far. This one can be quite finicky, so don't lose your mind with it. I used a ratchet wrench to get up in there because the ground cable's not really long, so we'll put the positive on now. This setup does come with extra hardware, so I use my spacer, a new bolts, and we'll go ahead and tighten it in. And it's basically your finished product. Backing nut, spacer, new screw. This is my battery tender. And I guess this is a power for the harness, power for the starter. Let's give it a try. Oh, yeah. All right. At least that worked. Let's get it turned off. All right. Okay. I'm not going to film riding it because I still have to put the seat and everything back on. You probably don't care about seeing me put the seat back on and everything. And I still have some wiring to tuck and whatnot. So I just wanted to show you starting up the bike to make. I hope the camera wasn't like too far off me when I did that. But it works. It's good. Would I recommend it to somebody else for the $40? I'm not sure. Just because it still doesn't turn the engine over at the preference that I would like, which I don't think 200 cold cranking amps really benefits that much. I think in this case it's a toss-up. Would I recommend this battery given how long it may last? A lot of people online say that it can last 6 months. Some people say it dies after 11 months. But for a cheap replacement and winging it, getting it offline, it can be worth it over paying like full retail for one offline. But you know, if this one dies, would I go to a Harley Davidson battery? Probably, just because I don't know what the cold cranking amps of the actual Harley Davidson battery are. But from what I've gathered, you probably want higher than 220 cranking amps just to have a good solid engine rotation when you go to turn it on. Or something that I guess holds more voltage. The voltage seems fine on this, so I don't think that's a big key player in it. But the battery does work. I figured I'd make this video because obviously with a smaller channel, you want to try to shoot more trendy, more viral style stuff. And I just don't think that a Harley Davidson battery video would be as applicable as, oh, this is the cheapest battery for Harley that you can get. So I figured I would go ahead and shoot this video for you since the boo is down. But I knew that I wanted to shoot this video since I was dabbling with the cheapest battery I could find for this bike. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We drop moto vlogs at least once to 3 times a week. We'll be doing more stuff with the Corvette. I still got a few things I got to do to it before I want to take her down the road, as far as like getting the rest of the exhaust system bolted back on, because I'm still trying to find a way to mate the rear axle back pipes on it. But yeah, we have moto vlogs. We have the Corvette. We have the 240SX. If you haven't seen the 240SX, it's right here. And thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. You know, if I can't always shoot moto vlogs, I always try to drop a video of something just to keep the consistency on the channel. And you know, once we get bigger, obviously we'll dedicate to more hot topics and we'll get a lot more dedicated in dropping footage altogether. But we're not quite there yet, so I do what I can with the time I've got, especially while being a family man. So I do appreciate you watching. Make sure you have a great day. I'll see you later.
I'm all alone again, out of my own again, running from home again. You always telling me you can do better than shut up and show me that. I don't got time for this, I lay on the line for this. Told you in confidence, all of my secrets and all of my woes.